and he is from Fidesmo.
Yes.
And I'm actually not going to introduce you that much more because you know a lot more about what you are going to talk about than I do. So please give a hand to Håkan and welcome.
Thank you all. And I must say, first of all, a big kudos to the organizers of this event. So many interesting presentations and great crowd, lot of creativity in the air, isn't it? I'm hoping to kind of add on to previous presentations, and I already heard many interesting reflections from the crowd, so I hope we can fill some gaps there maybe. Anyway, Fidesmo, which I represent, is a pretty old startup. We are 3 years old, and we are providing a software platform. I wouldn't consider Fidesmo being a hardware manufacturer of any kind. We are more like an enabler, a software platform and enabler of services for devices. And I really asking you guys to, if you find this interesting, what I'm showing, surf into the developer.fidesmo.com homepage and register there. We won't spam you, I promise you this. So don't be afraid of signing up. And while there, you'll find a lot of useful development documentation around the platform and a guide on how to get onto it. Okay, so let's get down to basics then. We have a vision at Fidesmo. I mean, you know how it is. I mean, if you all take a look in your wallet, I mean, you have several cards in your wallet, I suppose. And it's packed with cards. And our vision is to compromise all those cards into one single card or device. Not necessarily a card, but device also. And with this device, you could ride the subway, you could do the express train, you could travel around, you check into your hotel, you already have your hotel keys onto this device. As an example, how many of you took the underground, the SL here today? Raise a hand. Oh, quite a few. I currently ride SL with my Fidesmo card. We are into a beta test with SL. We have very good and long gone conversations and discussions with them. And when we started recently to talk about like devices and enabling riding SL with different devices, they were, I must say, quite interested. So, I mean, but honestly, it takes a while to get this going on a more like a public, for the public. But we are working on it. Don't be afraid. We will also enable you to have your boarding pass onto the devices you carry. Like I was saying, the hotels, event tickets. We're talking to big arenas and venue companies how to place your tickets onto these kind of devices. And I mean, this could be done easily with only a tap from your phone or having a tablet by the entrance, and you can load up your event ticket onto your device and then enter the venue or the hotel or whatever. So we have the vision and the mission, I must say, to being the fabric connecting all these secure chips to services. So we're the pipeline and the platform for all this. We're building an ecosystem. If you follow us on Twitter or on like just surfing in every once in a while to our homepage, you'll see we're adding on to services bit by bit. So we're building a house from bricks. And all these services are really getting a good and cool ecosystem working. So we're currently talking to, like I was mentioning, SL, but also VDV in Germany, the 12 biggest cities in Germany. They have a similar, or actually the same kind of system on all these 12 different cities. We're working with them together to have a working device for riding their public transport. Same with OTI in the Benelux. It's a European financed project for open ticketing. ITSU in the UK, that's ticketing in public transport in everything but London, so it's 90% of the population. We're talking with crypto and security and privacy companies and have already services for one-time password, pretty good privacy, the PGP, the PIV key, the FIDO Alliance, and is in its U2F application. All this can be stored on your Fidesmo device as it is today. So it is a working platform. It's not clouds I'm painting here and drawing here. We could store your bitcoins on a Fidesmo device, access control, and like I was saying, public transport, hotels. We're integrating with the two main and the biggest hotel chains in the world actually currently. So anyway, so here in the middle you see the Fidesmo card, but obviously we're here today talking about biohacking. So in a very near future, this will be the possibility for all you guys in here. And this is done together with our friend Amal at Dangerous Things in Seattle. So we started this project half a year ago. And while he's been doing all the hardware parts and actually being the guinea pig here. So I saw a live implant with the UKI, which is the brand name, the UKI. I saw it in his arm at Cebit some weeks ago, and it's actually working. So in the near future, you all will be able to have this marvelous future of implants. And the good part is it connects with Fidesmo, a growing ecosystem. So I actually, that was the last slide. So this was pretty quick, I suppose. But we also, there were some good questions earlier today regarding wearables. So what I can tell you about it is like we talked to smartwatch manufacturer. We talked to bracelets, how to put the Fidesmo platform into their devices as well. We talked to like other kind of jewelry and form factors. And if you have any good ideas regarding this, like you're sitting here thinking like, that would be cool to have it in your, I don't know, shoestring. Well, I don't know. But give us a ring or drop us an email and we could discuss further because this crowd is boiling. Yeah, exactly. You had good questions earlier.
Okay. Many of the things that you're speaking about I can already do with my phone. Why would I then, if I carry my phone with me anyway, would I add another card? Or, to replace the cards I have, if increasingly things are moving over
you won't,
to mobile devices.
I wouldn't necessarily say this replaces, it complements it.
But why complement it with a card rather than augment the existing device that many people are carrying around anyway?
I get similar questions everywhere I go. And they say, like, why should I use this? Why should I use that? Because I have an application. Fair enough. We do not interfere with that application. You can still have it. And you know what? The best place, I usually say, like, the best place to place a dead body, you know where that is? On screen 3 on your phone. Because you have, the biggest threat to the app industry itself, that is apps. Because you have a shitload of app on your phone. And when you're there, if you check into a hotel, you have your hotel application somewhere on your phone. You're there, you've been out on a bar roll, and it's like, shit, where was that? And there's like, yeah, there it is, Scandic.
No, but
yeah,
why not your Fidesmo application on your phone?
Yeah, we have a Fidesmo. We have.
Application, not card.
Can I answer that? But I think it's a matter of choice as well.
Exactly, and
some people
flexibility.
Like it chip in the hand, or some people like it in the card. Or
exactly. So why limit us?
Or a lot of devices. Because I want a big bag.
So exactly, why limit ourselves? Flexibility. I didn't answer your question, did I? You look skeptical.
No. I'm just suggesting that it's important that you engage with this question.
Oh yeah, but we do every day. We do every day.
It's like when you're speaking about it, it's part of the ecosystem that you're discussing.
Yeah.
And
not only that, but mobile phones manufacturer. We were called up by one of the biggest, not the biggest, but one of the biggest ones. And they want to discuss how to place the Fidesmo platform onto their device because all these phones, they contain secure elements onto them.
Which is another reason why I feel it's important that you engage with this possibility when you're discussing the way that you think about the ecosystem that you're moving into and providing for people. It doesn't operate in isolation.
Brilliant.
No. We're open up.
We have more questions to address. I think we will get into this conversation a bit more today. You had a question right here?
Please introduce yourself. My name is Thomas, and I agree with the previous that we are able to do it with the telephone right now, but if we combine all the apps and applications to one point, it becomes increasing for
very
hackers.
powerful.
Exactly, for
Yeah.
maybe to hackers, or if you lose your key to it, all your travels and access will be compromised.
Yeah, we would like in the ideal world, we would like to aggregate all your accesses and stuff like that onto one device. God knows what it is, but I mean a device. So a question over there, yeah?
Question in the back, yeah, coming back.
Yeah, my name is Emma, and basically I have a really shitty phone. So basically every time that I have to take a ticket or a QR code from somewhere, it takes like 2 minutes to load. And on the train, it takes also 2 minutes to load, and it's like really tedious. And also, obviously, an NFC chip is passive, meaning you don't need a battery.
Exactly.
And also, this has a lot of interfaces. That's only one interface, and it's near field, meaning that you can possibly reduce the attack surface. That wasn't a question, I suppose.
No.
I think you could.
Well, I liked it.
Brilliant input, yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely smart people can contribute more than questions.
Yeah. Thomas had another one here.
But you have already asked a question. Is there anyone else? Oh, you didn't get an answer. You want to give the answer?
I can't remember the question.
The answer was, is this a security flaw? How do we keep this system secure?
It is secured.
How?
And I mean, if we want to go into details, I mean, I have my colleague Matthias, who's an expert in this area. So we can talk about this after, during lunch or anything, and how secure it is. It is very secure, and since we are issuing tickets for the OTI and VDV, we have to fulfill certain security levels.
Yeah. But if, as the customer, do I pay for it, or am I the customer, or the product to be sold for other companies like Facebook?
I mean, we do not own the data. That is up to VDV or these. I mean, we're just piping information to the device of your wish.
Brilliant. Okay, we will continue this very relevant conversation.
We will have a stand here between 1 and 2. So just pop by and discuss further.
And now I think it's time.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.